They're coming to get you by the power of Christ.
This is me.
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Saturday night. Hello, Spar.
How's it going, man? How you doing?
Very well. And we are joined by the lovely Miss Lindy. How are you doing, Lindy?
Good. How are you?
I'm living the dream. If I was any better, I'd be you.
There you go.
Maybe not. What's going on?
Same old stuff, man.
Same old stuff. Different day.
The Mandalorian started back up, so I caught that first episode today.
Right on. I haven't watched it yet, so don't say a freaking word or
I'm not
going to
ruin the thing. I'm not going to ruin the thing.
Okay. I don't know, man. You like to do that stuff. Hey, man, did you see the new Mandalorian episode where the blah, blah? Nope.
I don't.
Shh.
Well, there was a thing where. No.
So we recorded a new episode. It'll be out Tuesday. Matt, what did we do it on again? We were knocking on.
Oh, for Heaven's Gate.
For Heaven's Gate, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So little culty next week. It was fun. It was a good one, I thought.
It's a little white bread for my taste of the episodes that I like to do. I only just remembered it from being in high school, and I never really researched it that much. So I was like, I'll do that one. And I got into it, and I'm like,
and then
this guy isn't even that mean.
Yeah, you had your Jersey Devil moment, didn't you?
Yeah, I sure did. I was like, this guy ain't even that bad.
Yeah, 12 pages of what the fuck am I talking about?
I actually missed Rocktario. Because at least I hated his guts and we could make fun of him.
Yeah.
This guy was just.
For sure.
I mean, his haircut wasn't the greatest, but.
Well, none of their haircuts were great.
They all did that bowl thing, right?
Yeah.
Bowl
A
haircuts.
little too Trekky for me. Yeah, I've always been more of a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. And Miss Lindy, I think, is going to start joining us a little more on the podcast. She seems to know way more about this stuff than we do. So we thought, it'd be a great idea to let her come on because she can hold her own. Oh, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal, how you
Hi,
doing?
Crystal. How's it going?
Crystal wanted to get on and do an episode, but then she got cold feet. I think she got a little scared. She didn't want to.
Oh.
You should do it, Crystal. It's fun. It's really worth it.
Yeah. Matt does all the heavy lifting. We just kind of hang out.
Well, I don't have to do all the computer shit.
I know, I do. And then
I know. So you do the heavy lifting. I just have to tell a storage and try to make it interesting. This last one was a struggle.
Actually, this is probably the most stressful thing I do. Trying to get this live stream thing going. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, don't want to mess up, like last week where my lights kicked off. I kicked the lights out, and then I was like, oh, hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
You had like some kind of green blob in your background.
Yeah, that's called a green screen. Yeah, that's what we're using. So, Matt, tell me about Sony again. What you wanted to see? You said you wanted to talk about Sony for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you want to talk about Sony.
I have been a huge fan of Sony for so long in my life, like PlayStation loyal as hell, because fucking Xbox, those controllers are weird, and I'm too used to the way that one feels, and I don't like it. But we did have a video pulled down because Sony might own the music that's in it. Like they didn't even have to check it out to find out if they owned it. But
they're like, hey, that might be ours. Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah.
It's like
I think I made that with like iMovie, and it was just already pre-built into it. So I don't know.
So it sounded maybe
all I know
close to similar to something.
You sent me 20 texts, and I fixed it in like 3 minutes, and then you just kept texting me about it.
I was so pissed. I was like, what do you mean you might own it? You don't even go in and check it out. You just yank shit.
Yeah,
we're so small named. It doesn't even really matter. I don't know what you're messing with us for, or how you even knew. So where are those flags flying up from?
I believe your last text was something like, you know what? I'm going to come up to somebody that's got a nice car and get out, you pull them out and say, you know what? This might be mine.
Just right away.
So
I might own this.
I might own this.
I don't want to make it sound Okay.
That's the best part.
Like,
That is
come on, is the best
literally
part.
the best part.
You fucking bring it.
That's Lindy's here to keep us in check. Like, no, motherfucker, that's wrong. That's not the way it went down.
I got my balls busted on this last episode a couple of times.
I'm surprised she didn't bust my balls a little bit more on the one before that.
Oh yeah, because you owe an apology. You owe an apology, like live.
Actually, I wrote it in the.
I did see it on the Spotify thing. I laughed really hard. That was awesome.
After I listened to it again, I was like, no, that is the same dude. Shit. So I wrote it in the notes. But yes, I apologize. You were correct. That was the same lady, but it was a different husband. She remarried. So that one happened in California.
Yeah, that's.
So anyway, enough about the Axeman.
Yeah. What do you guys got? What are you guys thinking for upcoming stories that you guys are leaning on?
Well, I think we're going to give Lindy a shot at doing
the
one.
Next one, I think.
And I think she can tell us about it. She just told me what it was, but I'll let her talk about it.
Oh.
She seems pretty hip on this. So
I think I want to do one on Elizabeth Bathory.
Bathory? Yep.
Oh, Bathory?
Yeah.
Oh, the blood countess.
Yeah.
It
Plus
seems
that band.
fitting for me to do that since she was technically the first female serial killer. So
And
if we're
that
going
she
to have a
was.
female talk about serial killers, might as well do the first female.
That's
There
right.
we go.
And there's lots of murder there. Lots of blood.
Lots of murder.
Not buckets.
Can we slip in a couple
bathtubs.
Bathory, like little clips of Bathory music, or will Sony yank it?
I think yeah. Let it go, Matt. Just
Okay.
let it go.
I'm done. I'll just stew in my head by myself.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, that'll be cool. I'll look forward to that one. Lots of murder, and it's so far in the past that it's you can't really get that. I can't get that pissed off about it. It's the more recent ones that really get me going. Like I started looking at truck stop killers because God knows we've spent enough time in trucks. Well, I did growing up, like in high school. We'd go to truck stops and just hang out and drink coffee and sit there for 4 hours.
Jason Beck on like every spot on that damn skateboarding game where you stood on the thing
Yeah,
through the tracks.
yeah.
Couldn't actually skateboard, but got on that video game and just destroyed
Yes.
the hell out of it.
Yes, owned
I
it.
want to know how much money he pumped into that thing, though. I mean, really.
More than I did, that's for sure. So that's what I'm going for. I'm looking at there's 2 or 3 different truck stop killers that I'm looking at. I'm probably going to go with one that's more tame.
Okay.
So, what about you?
I was thinking about the Salem witch trials,
Salem witch trials.
just because I don't know. We just did a witch thing. It wasn't actually a witch, but it's called the Bell Witch. So I don't know. That might be getting too close with that. I've got 2 weeks to. No,
Yeah, you do.
I'll need to get on something.
You got plenty of time. I just think that March is for murder, so maybe serial killers the month of March sounds pretty good.
Is there a St. Patrick's Day killer? 'Cause if there is, I haven't heard about it. But
You could look, man. I don't know. I'm not real sure.
that, I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell. But
No bells? No
Do
bells.
they have to be? Well, obviously they don't have to be U.S. because I'm not tackling one. That's
Maybe you
in
could
the
just look
US,
for
but
an Irish killer.
I'm sure there's plenty of those. Got a bit of a temper, bit of a hot streak sometimes.
Yeah. Just follow the whiskey. But yeah, I don't know, man. Once again, we do have the website's up and going. HMFPPOD, not HMFPPOD. That's the web address. You can go check it out. All the episodes. You can find all the live stream links. You can find all the YouTube episodes we have. When we probably need to do another one of those soon. And you also can buy your very own Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants merch on there as well.
Got some Huggies and some shirts. And
You say Huggies, I say koozies, but yeah, we got a couple of
is that a Texas thing, or did you say koozies when you lived
koozie.
here?
Yeah, I said koozies when I lived there.
Is Huggies just like a redneck thing, right? Because it's like a diaper.
I don't know. I'm kind of a redneck, so I don't know.
I've never heard it called a Huggy before. So.
You haven't heard it called a Huggy? It's always
No.
okay.
We're not-
We have koozies. So,
and Huggies
Whatever.
apparently. Maybe we need to make some diapers. That's what I think when I
Okay.
think Huggies.
All right, I'll stop saying Huggies.
You can say whatever you want.
That's one of the. I guess that's one of those things where you got different terms for different things for places. Like you got a beanie, or you've got a skull cap.
Yeah.
You know, or a toboggan in certain places, and that's a fucking sled as far as I know. But I think in Wisconsin they call them toboggans.
I don't know about that.
I think so. Yeah. Like
I know about up north. It's all pop. You want a pop? You want a pop? And down here, it's you want a Coke.
Oh, everything's a Coke, so it's like Kleenex.
Yeah, Coke. But Dr. Pepper is usually the beverage of choice if you're drinking soda. That's what I found down here.
I like a Dr. Pepper Zero.
Dr. Pepper Zero, huh? 0 calories. Yeah.
Sugar.
My wife likes the diet Dr. Peppers.
It's every once in a while. Having the soda's not too bad, but it's just I can't just sit down and pound it like some people can. There's too much.
It's not like Coors Light. It just doesn't go down the same.
It's true. You feel good. You feel bad.
What about you, Lindy?
Are we doing our favorite sodas?
I actually don't drink soda very often. I
usually don't
do
either.
the Monsters.
Ooh, that's even worse.
It is even worse.
Yeah, I'm a hardcore coffee drinker for the most part. I like some hot French roast.
I will get to shaking so bad and have like sweats and stuff if I even try to drink one of those energy drinks. I can't do
Yeah, it does make me sick to my stomach. I can't do it.
I think the last one I drank, I threw it
some
up.
coffee.
Oh, I do like the zero sugar and all of that fun stuff. So it's supposed to be the more natural one, but
Okay,
most of the
say
time
so.
it's just water.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
When I'm working, it's all water basically, unless it gets late at night. Then, like I said, I'll have a soda.
Yeah. Well, now what? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, I have an issue with Sony.
Yeah. Go on.
I can't go on with it. Me and Zach was talking before we started this just about like new video games and stuff. And like I said, I'll probably forever be a PlayStation guy, but I just can't get behind the PlayStation 5 yet. It's just too much money for the games that I've seen that have come out for it. Just doesn't seem like.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I'm old enough now that I'll never put in the amount of hours that I put into Red Dead Redemption, the first one.
Yeah.
And then Red Dead Redemption 2, great game, online was bullshit. Why did you change it? It was so good. Just the best. It was just the best fucking video game ever made. And then you redo it. Okay. Yep. Storyline, amazing.
Yeah.
Online stuff. It's one of those, like they did the Evil Dead game where there's hardly any single player to it.
It's all like multiplayer online.
Yeah. And I'm too old for that. I don't fucking care.
You don't want to
I
get
don't
your
want
ass
some
kicked by
kid-
You don't want your ass kicked by a 6-year-old is what you're telling me.
No, I don't want some kid telling me I'm doing it wrong. I'm like, this is a leisurely activity for me, motherfucker. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend talking like that to a 6-year-old.
Well,
But that's
I
just
meant in my head, most likely, because I
Okay,
probably wouldn't be talking back anyway, because I'd be so frustrated. I'd just throw the headset already, and and then there's like the different characters you could be. But who wants to play an Evil Dead video game and not be Ash?
Yeah, I remember it was at PS2. There were like 2 or 3 versions.
There was Fistful of Boomstick.
I remember that one. That was good.
Damn it. There was like 3 of them. Like Hail to the King.
Yeah.
And then I forget what the other one. There was one of them where you had this little guy that would follow you around.
That was
Some mutant
that was
thing.
Fistful of
Is that
Boomstick.
Fistful of Boomstick? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because Sam Raimi voiced that character.
I don't remember what the other ones were.
Yeah.
Hail to the King, and then damn it, I don't remember. But I owned 2 of them, and I didn't get that 3rd one.
Gotcha. Lindy, do you have a love of horror movies?
I do have a love of horror movies.
Have you seen the new trailer for the new Evil Dead movie?
I haven't seen the trailer for it yet.
It looks fantastic.
I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I started doing a lot of research for something else, so I haven't.
Yeah, I totally get that. Matt's over here is talking about video games. I'm like, motherfucker, when do you have time to play video games? Because
I barely do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I turn on my PlayStation, is to like watch YouTube videos,
If I turn on my PlayStation, for some reason, my kid Keegan hears it like in
and
his
then he comes
bedroom.
in and
I mean,
takes
I could
over.
yell at him for an hour and a half to get him to do something, but if I turn on the PlayStation, he like hears the music. He comes around I'm like,
Yeah,
"Can I play Spider-Man?"
yeah. My kids.
Yeah, but I just turned it on. Gonna get a
We're
game of hockey.
we're on Minecraft though, girls. So my
Oh,
youngest my youngest spends hours just designing
building
the house.
shit.
Yeah, she's
Mine
got
just
like
bought
cities.
SpongeBob episode or the SpongeBob version of Minecraft. So
Right on.
this
We have
this is
several.
all I've heard about. Yeah, this is all I've
Yeah.
heard about for the last month.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least they're not shooting stuff and killing stuff, right? I mean, they're building stuff for the most part. So
Keegan in his VR headset game thing that he's got, he goes into all these games and he found a skin, so he's sitting there yelling at me, Dad, I got the Jason Voorhees skin. I finally seen what was underneath the mask. It's pretty gross.
oh my gentle Jesus.
Because he had to go over to my sister's house and spend the day with her. He's trying to talk her into watching. She let him watch Beetlejuice, and then he's
Nice.
trying to talk her into, can we watch Smile?
No.
She was like, no. He goes, what about Friday the 13th? I was like, oh, you should have let him watch it. He'd have fall asleep because he's ready for Jason to pop out. I'm like,
And it
not
won't.
in the first one, man.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
what, the second one, didn't he wear a potato sack?
Yeah.
For the beginning of it anyway?
Yeah.
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 I'm going to start off with 3, my man, whenever you get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. You could skip right ahead to 3. And X, you can just skip. Maybe even Manhattan. That one's bad too. I don't really care for that franchise, to be honest with you. That's like probably one of my least favorite. But I did watch the new Megan movie, that the Android thing.
Seen it yet? How is it?
I would let my kid watch it. I let my kid
Really?
watch, but my youngest, I let her watch Child's Play
Yeah.
because I was like,
Didn't
okay,
bother her?
it's got some language, but I mean, it's kind of funny, So I think I would let her watch Megan because it's PG-13 and there's nothing extremely graphic in it. So
Okay.
yeah.
I've just seen the trailers for it. I didn't see it. But my daughter, I remember we done our top 5 horror movies or whatever. I said I wouldn't let my daughter watch The Exorcist. Well, she's seen it since then.
Oh, nice.
Because she finally hounded me enough. I was like, here you go. Go ahead. Go watch it. Didn't bother her at all.
Really?
She said that she wasn't even that scary.
Wow. Well, she's definitely your kid then.
Yeah. But the Annabelle thing. So I think Chucky would scare the shit out of her because something about dolls.
There's only one way to
Like-
find out.
She's like my sister. I'll let her watch Trilogy of Terror and see if it bothers her as bad as it does Crystal.
Lindy, what's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie is actually super cheesy, but it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Rumpelstiltskin. I remember that. We're
It-
talking like mid-90s, right?
Yeah. It was the first horror movie. So my parents had a little different view on this kind of stuff, and my mom was a super big horror fan, so that's just what we did. There was never a nightmare period or things that we couldn't watch. As a matter of
Right.
fact, Exorcist is the only one she ever made me promise that I wouldn't see.
Oh, wow.
So that I have never seen that one.
Oh, you still
Um,
haven't seen it?
I have not. I can't ask her if I can watch it now.
Okay, I get it. Just honoring. Okay, fair enough.
Mhm. So,
Just be
but
right coming.
Rumpelstiltskin was the first one that I that actually bothered me, and I think it's because I watched it with a group of girls. We watched it at a girls' slumber party type thing, and so movies like that never bothered me because that's literally what I grew up watching. But they were all freaked out, and I think I just kind of
Fuck you, Bobby.
went into the
Sorry.
hype.
Hey, Bobby, what's going on? You had to bring that out, didn't you?
Sorry, our friend Bobby just popped in for a second, and that's the standard greeting for Bobby.
Old habits die hard.
Hope you had a good birthday, buddy.
Yeah, man, for sure.
So what's your favorite kind of horror stuff, Lindy? Like, I know you obviously you like maybe some mythical type based stuff. Are you more into that realm, or are you more into like the slasher killer stuff?
Honestly, psychological thrillers are more my kind of horror.
Gotcha.
like stuff that could really happen. But my favorite horror genre will always be the originals. So the original monsters.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Like
Universal monsters.
The Universal
is that-
monsters.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I actually have all of their portraits across my back.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
killer!
yeah.
How many
It's
Lon Chaney's do you have?
Frankenstein.
So
Not Frankenstein. Sorry.
I have 8 of them on my
Wow.
back. Hmm.
That's 8 more than I have on my
Dracula,
back.
The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I do have creature.
Frankenstein.
Yep.
I have Phantom, Mummy,
Phantom.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, Bride, Frank, Dracula, the Invisible Man, and Wolfie.
I have the Invincible
Wolfman,
Man on my
say.
back too.
Yeah.
But it's invisible. You can't see it.
It's so
Ah.
good.
Mine is
Yeah.
where he's got his goggles and the wrap
Yeah.
and stuff,
Classic.
and then Wolfie.
Oh.
So
Oh.
Man, you're
Well,
more
cool.
hard-
I'm
more
more
hardcore into the movies than I am.
Yeah, I'm more into the horror comedies, I think, than anything else, or just really bad, cheesy horror movies.
like Shaun of the Dead.
Love
That's
it,
great though.
love it. One of,
It's a great movie.
I think it was in the top 5, I believe, last week.
Yeah,
for me.
definitely in comedies. Yeah, for sure.
But like that, Dead Alive, that's the first one of the first Peter Jackson movies that he made. Just gore, just nothing but gore and just funny humor. I love that stuff.
Then, like thinking back to like the old, like the Serpent and the Rainbow, those kind of movies too.
Yeah, that's more thriller type to me
Yeah.
than that. Like I'd put that in like Silence of the Lambs type category.
Whole lot of story to go into that thing.
Yeah.
If I remember right, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I remember it's pretty lengthy. Like,
Yeah, or like Jacob's Ladder, same thing. Yeah,
oh, yep, I like that one too. I think
Yeah.
they remade that.
they did.
Yeah, and
It's
then
not that
they're
good.
oh, no,
It's not that
no, and then they're remaking. They're doing a reboot of The Exorcist too coming up.
Really.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some things you just shouldn't mess with.
Well, you definitely shouldn't have messed with redoing Nightmare on Elm Street, especially when it wasn't
Yeah, they
Robert
messed that
Englund.
one up, and they also the new Friday the 13th. They kind of that was pretty weak too.
Pretty terrible.
So
Halloween's. I mean, actually looking at Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween's and then looking at Halloween Ends. Like, if you haven't seen Halloween Ends, just jump off a fucking cliff because it is so terrible.
or don't, not literally.
Don't
anyway,
really literally jump off a cliff.
just save
just
your
don't
just
watch
save
it.
save an hour and a half of your life and just
Yeah.
don't watch it. Yeah.
Watch anything else. Watch Shoresy if you have Hulu.
Okay.
Shoresy's hilarious.
That's that's like my new favorite show. I can't wait for the next season to come out
Hmm.
because I like Leonard Kinney so much, but Shoresy is just so much better.
Man, I don't get Hulu, so
It's worth the price of admission just so you get Letterkenny and Shoresy.
all right,
Have you watched
well,
Little Kenny yet?
I watched some of it. I couldn't. get
It's
into
so
it,
funny
but
though. It is so funny.
It's like their voices, but they're cartoon characters of them.
It cracks me up.
I'm strictly a Netflix kind of guy.
Hulu's got
Netflix,
some
Disney,
really good
HBO
documentaries
Max.
on it, though.
I don't have
Yeah.
the HBO anymore. I canceled that. They just didn't.
You were tired of watching all those taxi cab confessions?
No, I tried to watch. I tried to watch True Blood, but it was just like, okay, we
my
get
wife,
it.
I thought that
You
was
bang monsters.
was that was that on HBO or was that Showtime? I can't remember.
No, well, it was on HBO.
You're right. You're right.
It was okay for like the first couple seasons, and then I just
My wife, yeah, I think we had to watch the whole series. And then there's
lost me.
Game of Thrones.
See, I watched most of that too, but that
Yeah.
lost me too at a certain point, and
My wife watched like 3 episodes. She's like, "This is nothing like the book," and then she quit watching it.
I
She's like,
imagine
"No."
it pissed her off, didn't it?
Oh yeah, totally. Because that's one of she says that's probably the best series she's ever read, and she's still to this day curses George R.R. Martin every day when she gets out of bed. She's like, "Come on, George, today you need to release that new book today."
I was gonna say, the books weren't even Game of Thrones, was it? It was like Ice and Fire or some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway,
I just didn't get into those that much, but like what you said on Netflix, the that haunted house thing that they did.
The House
Oh,
on
yeah.
Haunted Hill
No, it's not
No.
House
or
on
Hill
Haunted.
House.
Hill
yeah,
House.
Haunting
of
of Hill House.
Yeah, that was a really good series.
Man, that was so good.
Yeah.
That's like one of those ones where if you like to sit and watch a movie and dink on your phone, just put your phone down or you're gonna miss so much stuff because
Yeah.
things happen in the background and that story just switches back and forth.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah.
The Bly Manor I didn't think was as good, but the Haunting of Hill House was killer.
Literally.
Apparently, my child can hear me because she just sent me a text message correcting me. So
Uh-oh. What'd you
Right.
get busted on?
I said that the Hill House, and she sent me the correct title. So
Hey, the fact checker has a fact checker. How about that?
yeah, she is definitely better at the horror movie stuff than I am.
It's her
area.
thing. Yeah. I usually just let my wife pick out the horror movies because she just goes through and she's like, that one looks pretty horrible. We should try that one.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a go.
Just give it a go. Yeah. So
I had watched even after watching that because I think it came up on Prime or something that Halloween Ends was free, and then there was another one that I watched. It was so good I don't remember the name of it, so it's nothing to recommend. I mean,
nothing to write home about.
no, I just like checking them out, see if any of these new ones actually, turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing I've seen on Prime to come out in a while was that the Boys series, which was comic book based, but
Ooh, I haven't watched that.
it's I think there's like 3 seasons of it now, but it's like all the superheroes are like, they're supposed to be all the good guys, like the big Marvel guys, and there's movies they make and stuff like that, but they actually have superpowers, but they're actually all fucking assholes, and they just basically bully people and kill people if they don't get what they want. So,
Oh boy,
yeah, it's pretty interesting and wild. It's wild, interesting stuff.
there you go.
So, I recommend that series if you haven't seen that one. But yeah, I don't have time to do anything anymore, Matt. I mean, I just research and edit podcasts and try to do whatever my wife tells me to.
I was going to say that too because I used to have so many freaking podcasts on my phone that I would follow.
And now they're all like true crime podcasts or
No, I don't hardly have any anymore. It's like I don't have time.
If I listen to one, it's like to check my research to see if it matches their research and if I got it the right stuff. So
one of my favorite podcasts was Critical Role, but I do not have 4 hours to sit down and listen to a podcast when I'm not driving for 12 hours a day. So
yeah.
I don't have time to do it. I wish I did.
Yeah,
because it's such a good podcast, and I had to drop Nerd Poker and.
Oh wow, you poor bastard! I'm sorry.
I'm missing out on so much D&D stuff, but like I used to do.
Well, I'm not sorry about that, but I feel like I saved you there.
Oh, you'd have a good time. It's a fun game.
Well, you guys have anything else? You want to keep going? It's up to you.
It's up to you guys. I don't care. I mean, I can sit here and bullshit.
Lenny can.
What's next? What are we going to talk about next?
What are we going to talk about next?
Top 5 video games.
Top 5 video games?
I'm going to throw that out for next week.
How about we do something that Lindy can maybe be a part of? Because something tells me she's not a big...
Top 5 reasons you hate Sony. Go.
Oh.
I used to be big into video games, but I haven't been for a long time.
Yeah. She's got better things to do.
I get it.
Like do research and fact check.
Research.
That's the thing. I'm gonna get on those next stories. You'll have to let me know which truck stop killer you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, like I said, I was leading towards this one named Dusty Rhodes. No relation to the wrestler, not the wrestler. But like it gets real dark real quick. Like we're talking 50 victims, lots of rape, S&M stuff. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to go down that road.
Is there a chance that one of his victims ended up like tied up underneath the semi while he drove down the interstate?
Like the Hitcher? No.
Yeah, but this happened in real life. The body was
maybe I haven't gotten all the way through my research.
There's so many. Okay,
but
there's a bunch of them. So.
Dude, yeah, this horrible human being. Yeah.
Oh yeah. As most killers tend to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a lot of Dexters out there. I mean, not in real life.
Yeah, I wish there were though. Killers that kill killers. I like that. Well, Lindy, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you making time from the different time zone.
Of course.
Yes, and as soon as people get that, I mean, I don't know. Like I said last time, I think it's Saturday night, so a lot of people got things going on. But
As soon as you win the lottery, Matt, we're going to start doing this on Tuesdays. Makes it a lot easier.
if I win the lottery, we'll do it whatever fucking time you want.
That's like, if I win the lottery, I'm not going to be here. So fuck you both.
No, I will be. I absolutely will be. I will be knocking on your door. Be like, I just drove down here because I might as well. I won the lottery.
I don't have anything else to do, so
I've got my Alfa Romeo sitting out in the driveway. I will
Alfa
have one of
Romeo.
those.
You can do better than that. Come on.
Oh, I want a Julia pretty bad.
You'd probably get like a McLean or something like that. I mean,
A McLaren, you mean?
McLaren, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
McLean. I'm thinking trucks.
I'll have one of those too to haul them.
There you go. There you go. Well, guys, unless you have anything else, I'm going to go make another cup of coffee.
There you go.
Maybe go watch a bad horror movie with my wife if she'll let me.
She'll pick one out.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
You should see if Blood and Honey has come out yet.
Okay, I'll check on that one.
Too.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. And like I said, podcast episode will release Tuesday, so be sure and check it out wherever you get your podcast. Matt wants to say something about likes, rates, and reviews. Go for it.
Please do.
Yeah, there you go. And
That's all.
thanks, guys. We appreciate everybody hanging out. We will
Yeah.
see you next week, all right?
Later.
Until then, later.
Later.
There we go.
Nailed it.
It's evil! Don't touch it!
They're coming to get you. Tower of Christ.
Hello, Mr. Fancy